everybody, welcome back to the channel. Man, it has been a long delay. So let me explain a couple of things and then we're gonna jump into, I know this is an anticipated video. This is gonna be our home tour. But the month of October has been really strange and really crazy. I took a break, as you guys know, we were gonna go on vacation. We went to Disneyland. We go there 2 or 3 times a year. We had a remarkable time, but we come home and I got sick. And so started out as maybe a cold or the flu. It progressed into, I think, a sinus infection. I went to the doctor, I think 2 or 3 times. They finally said it turned into some sort of a bacterial sinus infection, and I was on a pretty heavy dose of antibiotics for another 10 or so days to kind of get that through my system. I had a follow-up appointment just this last week. Everything seems to be checking out okay. I'm not 100% still. So what a mess. And then on top of that, probably 4, 5, 6 days ago, my wife was not feeling good. She lost her smell and taste, took a COVID test, and yep, she's got COVID. So since 2020, when all this pandemic came out, we have yet to, we thought we were completely immune. Neither one of us had it, but she got it and tested positive. She still has it. She's on the mend. She's recovering. But you talk about a mess of just sickness in our home for the last month. So hopefully that helps to explain a little bit of why I've not been doing videos. You would not have wanted to see me sneezing and coughing and blowing my nose every 2 minutes on the video. So I'm feeling better. Still got some sinus pressure, but that's just pretty normal, I guess, for this time of year. So, hey, with that, I know you guys have been looking forward to this home tour. So we're going to do that. I'm gonna pull you off the tripod. We're gonna kind of come through the front entryway. We're going to look at the house. Libby and Justice are very excited for you to see everything. You're going to see them. They're going to follow me, I'm sure, everywhere I go. And we may actually take you into the backyard so you can see some of the small little decorations out there. We haven't gone crazy, like I said, we normally do, but this year has just been a little bit different. And it's unfortunate because, as you guys know, this is my favorite time of the year. This is the pinnacle of everything that I do for decoration. So a little disappointed, but you know, our health is very important and taking care of ourselves is very important. So when things come to you know, a situation like that, then everything else just kind of slides and we try to rest and recover. And I know you guys absolutely understand that. So hey, with that, let's jump off the tripod and start the 2023 Halloween home tour. Okay, today we're starting outside. We've got our hue lights lighting up the front of the house there, the garage. We're coming up to the driveway. We've got, or the entryway. You can see we've got the Halloween lights up there. There's Libby and Justice. I know you guys like them as much as we do almost. We've got some scary pumpkins and a little fall flag here. Hi guys. All right. Can we come into your house? Hey, come here. Come here, guys. See their bandanas? Hey, can you sit? Sit, good boy. Look at that bandana, right? They got some bandanas on. Oh, you're sitting too like a good girl. All right, you guys ready? Let's go into the house. We've got our welcome to the house here. It's got a big dog paw. Our front door, well, here, let's go come down here a little bit first. We've got a little pumpkin, kind of a statue there, the boxes, you can turn around those and it's a scarecrow for actual fall. And then a little bit of decoration around the front door, nothing crazy. My wife made the wreath though, which is pretty good. She's getting better at designing and making those, so that's pretty cool. And then here's what you see when you come into the front door. All right, so this is what you see when you first come in. Now I'm gonna back up just a little bit. So I think you guys saw a lot of this last year. This is the Happy Halloween sign. I made that at a local place called Board and Brush a year or so ago. And we've got our bats going up to the ceiling. And then we've got the pumpkins here. A lot of folks have asked where you got the trees. I got those trees off of Amazon. They're rather cheap, but they work. They just go through batteries like crazy. And these pumpkins I got a year ago, the glowing ones at, I believe it was Home Depot. Lots of people were asking about those. These are amazing looking pumpkins. They are the best that I've seen. So got a couple of those, and then really that's about it there. Now if we come over here, let the camera catch itself up. This is, I'm gonna try to turn this light on too, just to give a little more light there. So this is, let's start at the kind of the bottom down here. We've got Mickey Mouse down there. Got that at Costco a few years ago. We got a couple of tombstones. Actually got those from Disneyland a while back. They're styrofoam. And then we come up to the Haunted Mansion, and then the Haunted Mansion poster that's framed and hanging on the wall. Now we have the Haunted Mansion. This is one of my, it is probably my favorite of this season. Just the intricate detail that went into this. You guys saw all this. Obviously you saw the build and everything else, but it looks really good sitting on the shelf. You've got the statues, the busts kind of sitting on either side. Those are not Disney, but nobody really knows. They look like they should be in Disney. And then you can see how everything kind of fits together. You can see the brickwork and the grout in between. You can see everything here. So it looks, I think, really, really good. Everything lights up just the way it should. And so I'm pretty pleased with that. So with that, he's gonna follow me, but he's gonna stay his distance. He's such a good dog. Aren't you, buddy? Justice. Yeah, he's a good boy. Okay, so as we come here, let's kind of get a longer view here. Sorry, the camera is being a little bit slow. Okay, so this is my favorite collection of them all. You guys know this. These are the crypts. And I told you, when you saw me build this, you saw the backdrop. Well, I decided to forego that, use the wall as the backdrop, use a tombstone, a couple of skeletons we got at Joann's, kind of pose those into the side, by the side of the tombstone. Throw some more bats going up the wall, which just kind of adds to the effect. And then a couple more of those trees. And I think it presents a much nicer, much cleaner look as a backdrop. And hopefully you guys agree. And so as we look here at the tombstones and the crypts, I got the trick-or-treaters laying out front. And again, these are sort of Velcroed down, so they're not really gonna go anywhere because it's right on the edge there. And again, you can see the entryway to the cemetery. You can see the Raven Hill Cemetery sign and the hours and closed after dark and so on. And then you come on down the street. Now, obviously Raven Hill would not be Raven Hill if we didn't have a raven sitting there. We've got a raven sitting back there by the statue there. We've got another raven there. We've got a raven over there. We've got a raven back in the corner there on the pillar. And we've got several ravens all throughout this. So you can kind of see how this looks, all displayed and set up. I think it looks really, really good. This is one of my favorites. Now, I don't know if you guys have been following the Department 56 news. We're going to do a video on that. I just really haven't had time. I haven't felt like doing anything over the last month, but we are going to do a video on the new pieces that are coming out. I am a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. So far, I've seen no indication that there's going to be a trick-or-treat lane house this next coming year. Now, it may be in the mid-year release. I don't know. It could be. We're going to have to wait and see. But initially, no trick-or-treat house. And they've paused on the crypts. The 2023 down here in the corner is an amazing crypt. It's the Madame Laveau and her crypt. Absolutely love it. It is the 10th year anniversary, and so that's a good way to stop if you're going to stop, I suppose. I did read an article earlier, I thought, that said that they were going to replace the the kind of the numbered series, you know, the sequential series with, you know, the crypts essentially with something different that would be a numbered sequential set. Maybe that's the Hocus Pocus. I don't know. Not a huge Hocus Pocus fan really at all. So yeah, we'll see. We've got a lot more work to do, but this is the crypts right there. So speaking of Trick or Treat Lane, sorry, I'm gonna have to pan the camera around here and it takes a minute. Okay, so over here, this is the area where Trick or Treat Lane was going to go, right? Several folks had asked, where are you gonna put it? Let me kind of take a step back so you can kind of see kind of the rest of the area there, but it sits right into that corner. There is room to expand it. And I don't have all the Trick or Treat Lane houses, but I may have all that they're going to make until I acquire the ones that are incredibly expensive that people like to hold on to. But this is the Trick or Treat Lane. It's sitting on 2 tables. All the wiring, I think I showed you guys on the other video, all the wirings run down the middle. And this is how it sits, and I absolutely love it. It is such a good addition to our displays this year. As a matter of fact, this whole display is going to have a write-up and an article in the upcoming D-Lights magazine, the Department 56 magazine. I wrote a short article a few months back and photographed and took some pictures of this as I first got it set up that they're going to use in this coming issue of D-Light. So if you get that, you'll see it. So here is the Trick or Treat Lane. You guys have seen the whole video on this and the music video and everything else, so I'm not gonna belabor the whole thing, but man, I love the way this looks. It's just such a nostalgic feel. Just really sets nice right there. And should they continue to build the Trick or Treat Lane series, which I have to imagine that they would, at some point anyway, I've got enough room to bring it out another 2 feet if I push that side over there against the wall, and then bring this out another 2 feet or so. I've got enough room for 2 more platforms. Here, you can kind of see where I left the roads available there to come out and the road available here to come out. So all of that will be matched and kind of fit right into the look. So this is the side with the pumpkin patch. You got the graveyard and the haunted church, and then right on back into the rest of that. So they are coming out this year with a moon, kind of a backdrop that I think could be good in a couple of different areas. Maybe not so much in this, but certainly in somewhere. What are you guys talking about? What do you hear? I don't know. They're guard dogs, that's for sure. They hear something, so they're gonna be. Hey, you guys want to go outside here in a moment? Justice, yeah, he absolutely wants to go outside. We'll go out here in a second, buddy. All right, so as we come over here, this is our Manor Row, and so Manor Row has been, I say the same every year. It's not really been the same. But it's grown. The houses remain the same, and you've seen the music video on this too. I do like this backdrop. I incorporated this last year. Tons of folks were asking where you got it. This is Joann Fabrics. It's one of their Halloween lineup pieces of fabric. I just got enough to cover the wall and cut it down to size, and then use command strips to put it up. And it sits there and it hides all the cords and everything in the back. You can kind of see there where it kind of flails out a little bit, but not too awful bad. And so you can see some of the newer pieces in this lineup as well. We've got the trick-or-treating dogs in there. You guys obviously know we love dogs. I think I counted, I think there's 10 or 12 or more dogs in Manor Row. Plus you gotta have Pennywise back there. I mean, he's creepy enough as it is, and so you gotta have him into this mix. And then as we come down the road, we're not going to talk about everything new that we will in the video that I make coming up, but they are making some new fall pieces that I'm incredibly excited about. So those I'm looking forward to. Those will be neat. But I think our pumpkin patch, this is one of my favorite sections of this particular build, is just this little pumpkin patch sitting in the middle. It's just so nostalgic, and it looks awful warm and friendly right next to Grimsley Manor. we still got a video to do on Grimsley Manor too, as we do the Grimsleys and his garage and everything else. So got some more videos to get knocked out. Now that I'm feeling better, hopefully we can get a better chance at doing those. And then we got the toilet paper kids. I know you've seen them before, but one of my favorite little scenes in this as well is them kind of toilet papering the tree. And you know, people have asked me that too. You know, where did you get that? Well, one, you guys have seen the tree video. I made the tree. And then these are that's real toilet paper, just kind of cut into little bitty strips and thrown in there. So pretty easy stuff. Okay, so let's go out this way. Sorry, the camera's kind of going all over the place. That's his favorite spot to lay when he thinks he's gonna go outside. Okay, so, all right, we've got the TV here. We've got our little fall display up top. This is so if you need ambiance for a haunted house or for a party or what have you, just go to YouTube, type in haunted house ambiance or fall ambiance or something like that. If you didn't know that, these videos are on there. You just push play on YouTube. They last for about 2 to 3 hours. Some last for 8 or 9 hours. They do have sounds. I just got them turned down. But it provides a great backdrop, and everything moves. The lights flicker. You can kind of see the zombies walking on the left side of the screen. Well, actually, they're everywhere. You can kind of see the skeletons, you know, everything walking out in front. You can see the skeletons walking over on the side, the lightning. And then we've got our Halloween decorated, not Halloween, but fall, the pumpkin patches and everything sitting up there, which looks pretty nice. And we can change all these lights. You have seen how to do that. So that's pretty simple to do. Okay, so as we come around here, I'm sorry, the camera's slow to catch up. This thing that I'm using to keep the camera on is great, this gimbal, but man, it sometimes it goes a little bit wonky. Okay, you guys have seen this. This is the same from last year as well, and this is the Sleepy Hollow collection from their gift box sets, the older stuff. These are very small. These are typically on like the Dickens, if you collect Apartment 56 Dickens, these buildings are about that size. So a lot of people have asked me, are you going to mix this with the new Sleepy Hollow stuff? And the answer to that is no, not going to, because they're totally different sizes. I mean, way different sizes. The Snow Village pieces are much larger than the Dickens Village series, and that's about what these are. And I love these. These are some of the pieces, some of my favorite pieces in my collection. You guys have seen this, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but it does look good. I did add the backdrop this year. I did not have that up there last year. Same material from Joann's. I bought a lot of it, especially when it's on sale. And then this piece just looks so fall-like. It looks so cozy, just kind of nestled in there. And that's, again, when you design your village pieces, I do a lot of vignettes. I do some longer villages. I do some wider villages. You have to know where you plan on putting them. And so this is the best place to put this. I built this particular piece to sit right here where you see it sitting. So there's that. And you kind of need to do that when you're designing your villages. I've had a lot of questions on, hey, I've got bookcases, or I've got this, or how would you go about doing that? Well, first, you can't be unrealistic about it. You've only got so much space to work with, and you've got to use that space. Okay, so let's let the gimbal catch up to itself here. All right, there is Witch Hollow. Witch Hollow is ginormous, all right? It's fairly large, and it kind of comes all the way up to the area up on this countertop. It takes the whole countertop, and it's about a 10-foot, 12-foot countertop. I don't know exactly. There's no foam underneath it. I used the kind of the gauze-looking material to kind of cover everything up. You saw the tutorials on all of this. You saw the tutorials on how to make the stumps and the problems that I had when I first started with the stumps. You've seen the tutorial on making the broom and how, you know, that went back and forth wonky of, is it going to be stable enough, and so on. And it certainly has been. It's rock solid. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm not one bit worried that anything is going to come off of it. And then we get the whole collection down here. Now this is, so a couple of things that you should take note of, and I think most of you know this already, but the Witch Hollow collection is complete. This is the complete collection as of this year. Everything that Witch Hollow has made is in this display, along with some additional pieces that are not specifically Witch Hollow. It is certainly all witch themed, but this is the entire collection of Witch Hollow. You also saw the entire collection of, get the camera turned around here, sorry. There we go, sorry. You also saw the entire collection back there of the crypts. That's the entire collection. Very proud of those two. Hey guys, you guys want to go outside and show your fans where you play and a little bit of the decorating we did out back? You ready? Let's go. Oh, they're gonna be ready. All right, here they go. All right, so you guys have never seen my backyard. I don't normally shoot. I shoot a few videos out here, but not many. Come on, guys. And so we've got, one of my favorite places is this pergola. And this pergola is lit up with some lights that we got from Costco. These are color changing LED lights that kind of really showcase whatever you're trying to celebrate. You can do 4th of July. You can turn them really any color of the rainbow you want to turn them. But I got them right now, obviously purple and orange, which kind of casts a nice little hue for these pumpkins down here that are lit up. We just got normal, kind of the plastic candles in those that burn. All right, so you can see those. Let's kind of flip back over this way. We've got, let's see here, across the pool. It's getting dark and the pool light's not on, but you can kind of see we've got some pumpkins sitting on top of the little parts of the pool back there, the little fountains, which looks pretty good. And then as we go around this way, we have got a couple more pumpkins back here, over by a couple of little Adirondack chairs. And so we've got the pool, or the pumpkins back there. Those are like ceramic. Those are pretty large, but they're also pretty cool looking. Some of my favorites. We've had those for three or 4 years, I think. So anyway, I wanted you to be able to see kind of the whole home tour, I guess, this year, to include our decorations outside. We typically do a little bit more. Come on, guys, let's go back in. We typically do, sorry, my camera is going all over the place. We do usually do a little bit more out front for sure, but this year was just not the year to do that, so unfortunately. Okay, let's go back in, guys. All right, so hopefully, like last year's video, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Libby and Justice have enjoyed hosting. I know they have. They're such good dogs. They're very protective dogs, but they're so loyal and just very, very good dogs. And then we do collect other Department 56 stuff too. So we've got kind of the coffee bar here and the wine area. And so we've got a couple of Department 56 wineries up here. Okay, before you say anything here, this is saving your second marriage. My wife and I have been married for 33 years almost, but we do, through our church, teach something called Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. It's for younger folks or older folks who are getting married, and it's on a biblical principles and how to be good to one another and trying to really make your marriage last. So we've done that for a number of years now. That was some of the course material for our current folks that are in that class. So Very cool. Even if you're married, look into that. It's called Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. Great resources to strengthen your marriage. And I think everybody wants a strong marriage, right? So there you have it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this home tour as much as I've enjoyed showing you. And let's get back to closing it out. Okay, well, hopefully you've enjoyed walking around our house and our backyard as much as we've enjoyed showing you. My wife wanted to be on this, but she's just not feeling well, and I didn't want to wait any longer. It's just been too long as it is already, but wanted to get this done and get something out there. And I know there's been a lot of requests for the home tour video, so I hope you've enjoyed it. We try to decorate in a very particular way. Everything needs to be in its spot. It needs to be symmetrical. We've talked about that on the channel before. And so hopefully through you watching these videos and getting creative ideas of your own, you're able to see the way that I think about putting a display in a certain area or building it up with like the witch broom in the center, where you got some hats across the top. Everything to me looks nice and symmetrical. It's the way my mind functions. And I think when it's all done and it's decorated, I think it presents a very good either village or vignette or what have you. And so I love the way it looks during the fall season. I love the way it looks during the Christmas season. We'll do another home tour again in the Christmas time. Not nearly as much Department 56 stuff, but we do decorate. And so I'll show you the whole decorated house as we get closer to the Christmas season. So you got that to look forward to. What else do you got to look forward to? Well, we want to do Grimsley's. I want to do Grimsley and Grimsley's garage with a whole bunch of trees, a whole bunch of accessories, some street lights. I want to do the whole build step by step. I thought that I had been doing that before, but this one I'm going to videotape every single aspect of it. I'm not going to leave anything out. Very little editing for the most part. We're just going to kind of go through and get it all done. Multi-part series, so you got that to look forward to. I also want to talk about what Department 56 is scheduled to release this coming season for 2024. A few things have me concerned. They didn't call me, they didn't ask me, so I guess it's okay for me to be concerned. Hopefully they'll redeem themselves when they get to the mid-year releases, especially with the Trick or Treat Lane house. It's one of my favorite series. I had a hard enough time accepting that the Crypts were going to be gone, but at least I have the whole series of Crypts, the whole thing. And I kind of lied to you a little bit too. The Crypts, what you saw there, I do have the complete set, but the 2015, which is the Egyptian piece, is not in that one. I do have it, but it's not displayed. So let's clear that up. Somebody will say, no, you're missing the 2015. And so I was okay because I have the entire Crypt collection when they said they're going to stop it. Disappointed, but it is what it is. I've got a perfect display for it now for the rest of the days. But I never thought in a million years that they would cancel or stop or postpone the Trick or Treat Lane. To me, it's one of their most popular series. So I have to assume and I have to hope that that may be a mid-year release this year. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We will talk about every piece that's coming out in an upcoming video. So you got that to look forward to. So hey, if you've liked this video, make sure you click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. The channel has grown, believe it or not, with me not even posting a video for well over a month, coming up on 2 months. It's been that long. And so thank you for those of you that have subscribed, and I'm getting all sorts of email. I'm getting all sorts of comments on the channel. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I just keep responding with, we've been a little bit under the weather. Well, we've been a lot under the weather, but hopefully we're on the mend, and hopefully we're going to get everything back to normal, and more videos will start coming out. I enjoy doing this stuff. You guys know I do. Taking a break is okay every once in a while, but I shouldn't be taking breaks of this long. So with that, I hope I'm back. We'll talk to you guys again real soon.